Mute me. Hi, everybody. I know you can't say hi back because you're all muted and I can't see you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I see a handful of people here. Let's give it another minute and we can get started. I should say good evening, I guess, to everyone in the UK. I'm in Florida and it's 2 o'clock midday here. I know it's 7 o'clock for you all. And I also know, hi, Casey wrote, hi, Casey. I know you guys have been having, or we're having some heat wave, which is, I guess, welcomed and a nice change. And today's the first day of summer. So what a great opportunity to talk about summer skincare and a summer regimen and things we can ease up on as the temperatures continue to rise and the humidity goes up and we hopefully start to travel. So let's see. I guess we can get started and then people can jump in. Okay, I have a lot to say and we have like 45 minutes. So I'm Lisa Goldfaden. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am one of the co-founders of Goldfaden MD. And if you are not familiar with Goldfaden MD, we are the first dermatologist developed naturally inspired skincare brand. All of our products were and are inspired by in-office procedures that Dr. Goldfaden, who happens to be my father, performs in his dermatology practice. He's been practicing dermatology for 50 plus years in South Florida. And not only is he a real pioneer when it comes to natural ingredients and alternatives to traditional ingredients, he is also a real pioneer in diseases of the skin, how to treat them, and particularly sun damage. Being from South Florida and having had a practice here, we have seen a lot of sun damage because it's very hard to hide from the sun when you live in Florida. Even if you're taking really extra good care of your skin, as we age, we do start to show those signs of sun damage. So that being said, Goldfaden MD really pride ourselves on being somewhat of a hybrid. So while we have very high performing products and ingredients that deliver very effective results, we also formulate with wonderful natural ingredients, but it's also about what we don't formulate with. And sorry, I'm completely spacing. Welcome to Get the Gloss event, you guys. I should have headlined with that. Get the Gloss event. We love Get the Gloss, and we are so excited that they're letting us, or letting me, just jump off the diving board and just start talking at you guys. So thank you, Get the Gloss. Back to Goldfaden. So what we don't formulate with. So we are obviously free of parabens, SLS, anything that can damage the skin. We're not using petrochemicals, no silicones. Really, the idea is anything that could irritate your skin, artificial colors, artificial dyes, things of that nature, we stay clear of.
Oh, you was like Brody. I thought like you did something. Just a couple tips. Like,
hello?
Try to take pictures with your good phone.
Hello? I think someone maybe isn't muted, but that's okay. Anyway, so what we don't formulate with and what we do formulate with. And Goldfaden, again, dermatologists developed, formulated, naturally inspired, and everything really was created to mimic an in-office procedure. So whether you were going in to have a mole checked, or you were having an acne breakout, or you have aging issues or sun damage issues, we really have a product for everything. Skin is what we say at Goldfaden. So that means no matter what your age is, gender, where you come from, where you live, your climate. Yes, of course, you want to tailor it a little bit when we're talking about the difference between winter and summer regimens. But for the most part, most humans experience similar skin issues. So we're just going to do a really easy summer regimen to get our skin ready. I'm going to walk through with you guys. I'm going to do it on myself. Since I can't see you, if you want to follow along and you want to do it on yourselves, and you were the lucky people that signed up ahead of time and you got your products in the mail, I really encourage you to follow along. If you feel like you don't want to do it on your face, you can do it on the tops of your hands. You can just listen to me and watch. The chat box is open. We're going to be fielding questions. Someone wrote puffy eyes and dark circles. We will get to that. If I miss your question, leave it in the chat and we will get to it at the end. And I promise we will answer everyone's questions. So that being said, this was this gorgeous, hold on. Why is it not? There it is. This is the gorgeous Jennifer Luby makeup bag that all of your adorable little trial size products arrived in. If you signed up later and there wasn't enough time for this to get to you, it's on its way. You will have it, I'm hoping by the end of this week, and then you'll be able to enjoy everything. And as I go along and I talk about the products, my wonderful team member Hannah is on here and she's going to be linking the products in the chat. So you can have a look at it now, you can go back later and look at it, you can screenshot it, whatever you want. And don't forget, the most exciting part of all of this is our friends over at Naturismo have given a 20% discount off of all Goldfaden MD products. And that is good from today through July 5th. So anything that you see that you love, take advantage, because this doesn't happen often. So take advantage. The code is Goldfaden and the number 20, which again will be put into the chat, and we will also follow up. Get the Gloss will follow up with you after the masterclass and remind you of that. So that being said, if everyone's ready to start, I am going to talk through some of our products. And I have a bowl of water. If you don't have a bowl of water, and a scrunchie to put your hair up, and a towel, I'll give you 30 seconds to go get one, and then we can just dive right in. I have no makeup on today, purposely for this. And you know, I think when we talk about skin, and we've done enough of these master classes to know, it's like nobody has perfect skin. Okay. Everyone has skin issues. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you founded a skincare company, if you work for a makeup company, everyone deals with something at some point. And a lot of us deal with things on a regular basis, right? Rosacea, eczema, breakouts, hormonal issues, dark, puffy under eyes, which our friend wrote in here. Jackie shared that with us. You know, everyone has something. So this is one of those opportunities to, I think, share with one another, talk about the issues. If you have questions about them, I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not a dermatologist. I was raised by one, so I can answer a few things. But let's just jump in. So the first product I want to talk about is our Dr. Scrub. Now, those of you who are familiar with Goldfaden have probably tried Dr. Scrub before. This is really what we're known for. This was the first product to launch out of the dermatology practice many years ago. It is really sort of like our cult product, I would call it. And I think the reason people really love Dr. Scrub, and if you haven't and you want to open it, or you might have a little tube of it, is that it's a dual action product, right? So this is a physical exfoliating product, but it also delivers hydrating emollients to the skin, and it leaves you feeling really soft, really clean, and really supple. And I think, you know, scrubs, historically, people do shy away from them because they can be too harsh. They can be formulated with exfoliating particles that are really not appropriate for our fine facial skin. And what we formulate with are ruby crystals. And the reason we use those is that they are, if you were to look at them under a microscope, they're perfectly round, they're extremely fine, and they are able to go in and out of the crevices of our little tiny minuscule pores. So what doesn't happen is you don't get extra abrasion, you don't have tearing of, the micro tearing of the skin, you don't get redness, you don't get dried out. And because this is formulated and you can see it has this really beautiful whipped texture, because it's also formulated with jojoba oil, apricot oil, and hyaluronic acid, this is going to take off the bacteria, the dirt, the junk, the pollution from being outside all day, the sunscreen you probably have on, and of course, the residue from your makeup. And then what it's going to leave on the surface of your skin is the hyaluronic acid, is the jojoba. So you're going to have this very smooth canvas that you can then, everything else you put on is only going to absorb better because you're getting that top dead layer of bacteria, dead skin cells, sunscreen, whatever you have on your face off. So what I suggest you do, take a little bit of your scrub, and you can just take a little bit of water. I'm actually going to do the scrub on the top of my hands because I am someone who can only exfoliate a few times a week, maybe twice. I suffer from rosacea. I have to be really careful. So I don't know if anyone else out there suffers from rosacea or eczema, but you have to just be aware of how many times you're exfoliating. It's important to exfoliate, but you don't want to overdo it. So I am very cognizant of that. So you just want to take this with your water, and the ruby crystals are designed to do the work for you. You don't need to press. You need to really, really gently massage onto the face. And I would pay attention to those areas that we will call them the trouble areas. So for a lot of people, it's the T-zone. It's where you get oily. It's where you have your breakouts. For some people, it's hormonal breakouts along the, the chin and the jawline. I get clogged pores in here. So I'm always paying attention to this part of my chin, around the nose area. And then some people have forehead. So pay attention to those areas. You just need a gentle massage. You don't have to push. And then once you have that all over your face, and if you're in front of a sink or a bowl, you can just rinse your face off. I like to use a towel really gently just to make sure you're getting off all of those particles. They're really fine. And you can feel that as you continue to use it on your face or on the tops of your hands, however you're using it. And you want to make sure you get all of those off. So I'm going to do it on the top of my hand. And the great thing about exfoliation, and it's something that Dr. G is like very, very, very adamant about, that everyone does, is that think about what you're then going to do to your skin, right? We're going to go on to cleanse, and then we're going to go on to add our treatments and our hydrators, and then our makeup. If we're, it's a day we're going to wear makeup, and you want everything you want to start from like the base bottom you can, right? You want to start with obviously clean skin. You want to start with smooth skin. You want to start with, like what I was saying earlier, a blank canvas that everything's not going to just sit on top of, right? So if you are new to exfoliation, or maybe you remember the first time you exfoliated, how much smoother your serum went on, and then your foundation. And so exfoliation is one of those things, especially going into summer, because we are outdoors more, because we are wearing SPF and sunscreen, because we are sweating, because the humidity, level is so much higher. And that can cause bacteria on the skin, which is going to lead to breakouts, which is going to lead to sad faces. So exfoliation is really one of those tools you don't have to be afraid of. It's very necessary. And listen, if you're someone who doesn't like physical exfoliation, that's okay. There are lots of options for exfoliation products. You can use enzymatic, which is like a chemical exfoliant, which are wonderful. You can use pad wipes. Totally great. As long as you're using something, whether it is, Dr. Scrub Physical or something. We have a product that's called Fresh Appeal, and it's a lactic acid enzymatic exfoliator. And that is wonderful if you are someone who suffers from rosacea or eczema and you just feel like a physical scrub just kind of gets you into trouble sometimes. I would highly recommend you check out the Fresh Appeal. It is, I think, 10% lactic acid, and it also has a little sugar cane. And it's really wonderful for giving you a similar effect. It's going to, take off the dead skin cells and the top layer of the bacteria, but it's doing it through acids, sort of like munching away at it, as opposed to ruby crystals, scrubbing it away. So that's just a little aside if you want an alternative to Dr. Scrub. Okay, so hopefully everyone has the crystals off their face. At Goldfaden, we always exfoliate first and then we cleanse. And the reason for this is we want to exfoliate and get everything off the surface first. And then by doing a really nice cleanse, which this is our Pure Start cleanser. I realize it's hard to read with the light, but this is our Pure Start cleanser. Hannah just linked it in the chat for you. And this really helps to make sure whatever bacteria is left over or any sort of crystals that are still on the skin, this is going to get everything off. Now, Pure Start can also be used on its own numerous times a day. You can use this morning and night. This is not going to dry your skin out. This is a gel-based cleanser. It's super gentle. It is wonderful for even the most sensitive of skin. This is great if, someone's 16 and having acne, or you're 76 and you have dry skin. This is really your go-to cleanser. And I always joke that really in most skincare brands, the cleanser is sort of like the least sexy of any of the products. But I find that it's like actually one of the most important ones, because you can use it every day, right? So you're really getting a bang for your buck with a cleanser. And it's so important. And it's just such an easy step. It's like, if you're really tired before you go to bed and you don't want to go through your whole regimen, just cleanse your face. Just like, it's so easy. So with your Pure Start cleanser, you're going to I usually take 2 pumps. So you can see it's gel-based, super lightweight. This has some seaweed extract in it. There's a little vitamin C. So I start to lather it up. Can add a little water. And I'm going to try to do this without dripping it on myself. And then you're just going to kind of go in and cleanse, your face, right? Paying attention to your neck area. Let's talk about the neck today. Again, I can't see anybody, so I don't know what our age range is, but I will tell you, unfortunately, as you age, your neck starts to show the first signs of aging. So it is imperative that you take care of your neck. And when I say take care of your neck, I mean, when I put products on, I'm taking them down to here usually, because this whole area, the décolleté, the neck, this is skin that is so sensitive and it's so thin. And not only that, but it gets a lot of indirect or direct UV damage. If you think about it, especially summertime, you're wearing tank tops, your chest is exposed, and oh, I love it. We have a 42-year-old male. Hello, Jay. I just see an initial, and I love that you're trying to look your best. Fantastic. Me too. Let's do it. Let's look our best today. Starting for summer. It's like 95 degrees here today in Miami. It is so hot that you almost don't even want to go outside. Okay, so take your Pure Start cleanser off. Okay. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Make sure it's all off. Okay, I'm gonna dry your face. And then one of the other very important product steps that I think should be done every day, and you should really try not to miss, is a treatment serum. And vitamin C obviously is not a new ingredient. It's been around forever. And it is wonderful for helping your skin stay glowing, fresh, young looking. Vitamin C helps with free radical damage. It helps with sun damage. It helps your skin in general. It helps strengthen the skin. So whatever, type of vitamin C serum you are using or you get introduced to, I think it is very important to use this every single day. Our vitamin C serum is called Brightening Elixir. And Brightening Elixir is a really wonderful serum that Dr. Goldfaden created specifically for sensitive skin, but all skin types can use it. But what I love about this is that it has vitamin C. It has two types of vitamin B, which is great for fatty, adding like plumpness and fullness to your skin. And then also helping with any sort of darkness or sun damage that has already occurred. And then there's also ferulic acid in this product. And ferulic acid, when combined with vitamin C, helps to buffer vitamin C. And for some of you, particularly my sensitive skin people out there like myself, vitamin C can be tricky sometimes. It can be too aggressive. It can sting, it can burn, it can cause redness. Even the most beautiful of products, if it is too high of a percentage and you are someone with sensitive skin, you may have an issue. So that is why we came up with something that was great for sensitive folks as well. So again, let me show you guys 2 pumps. Okay, super lightweight. And I'm just going to go in all over. And this dries super, super fast. I mean, I like to put it on my ears because I get sun just everywhere. And then of course, you're going to go down into your chest area, your neck, and really just pay attention to those areas also that I think need a little extra, where you get a lot of sun on the side here, and on your nose as well. Okay, so that's Brightening Elixir. This is like your daily antioxidant cocktail. Again, Brightening Elixir can be used day or night. I prefer to use it in the morning as sort of the first, line of defense before then putting on either a moisturizer or another treatment serum. And then, moving on down the line to your foundation, or perhaps you're just putting on a sunscreen and, heading out the door, which is fine. So Brightening Elixir serum. How are we doing on questions? Let me just see here. Are we good? Okay. Next is our Bright Eyes. And Bright Eyes, again, this is one of those products that we are known for. It is actually our best-selling product globally. This little guy is a triple threat type of product, right? So this is going back to what someone, I think Jackie asked about earlier, dark circles, puffiness, fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. And when I said earlier that everybody suffers from something, most people suffer from at least 2 of the 3 of those, or you will, it's maybe at some point in your life. So it's really important we take care of our eyes. Okay. So I'm a perfect example, right? You can see my eyes. I don't have a lot of puffiness, but I do have darkness. And this is just something, it's a hereditary thing. Some people have it, some people don't. It depends on your skin tone. It depends on your parents. It's just one of those things. So if you do suffer darkness or puffiness, Bright Eyes is really wonderful for that. So I like to take 2 little pumps. That's really all you need, because you'll see a little bit goes a long way. And then I just tap into it. And you really want to be gentle, of course, around the eye and onto the lid, because this skin is so thin. You don't want to be tugging and pulling at it, but you also want to be able to get some circulation going, right? Especially if you have some puffiness. So you're just tapping in, and I'm just gently kind of going back and forth. I'm paying attention to the upper part, to my orbital bone. I'm paying attention to the lid. The lids of your eyes are basically the skin underneath it, and they have I mean, arguably probably more little tiny capillaries and little blood vessels. And you can kind of just pat this in. And I just like to go around, and it's just so soothing. So the ingredients in Bright Eyes, which make it so special, is it has arnica in it. So I don't know if anyone uses arnica for sore muscles or bruises, but arnica is really effective for puffiness and for the darkness that's happening underneath the skin. This has soy peptides, which are really wonderful. Again, we're thinking about having dark circles under the eyes is essentially blood just not being circulated around properly. So you really want to think of these ingredients as little tiny like pumps that are under your eye going like this, trying to push everything out, right? So we're going to just go back around really, really, really gently. I know that some people like to, and I have a few tools here I'm going to show you guys, like to gently gua sha under the eye. And if you guys don't know what a gua sha is, it's this fun, ancient type of, this one's jade, I think. And it's just to help like move fluids out throughout your face and then basically out through your lymphatic system. Personally, I feel like the eye is so sensitive. I don't like to do anything. I like to do it with my fingers. But if you're someone who has a great eye tool and you want to use that, or a little eye roller, that's totally appropriate to use with your Bright Eyes as well. Okay, so our eyes are prepped. And I also just wanted to mention, this is a great prep if you were then going to go tonight and put on eye makeup, eyeliner, mascara, what have you. There's no silicone in Bright Eyes. So you don't have to worry, and you can feel how it dries. It goes on and you definitely feel like you have, you know, a little bit of a slip, but then it's completely dry. You don't have to worry about your makeup starting to look gunky or running or being, you know, messy when it's already hot and humid out. So that is Bright Eyes. Now I would like you guys to, and I think you have, what size do you have? I think you have a little 5 ml size of what's called Radiance Repair Serum. This is the full size. And I just want to show you guys, this is one of our newest launches. And this is one of those products that has just gone like through the roof. When we were formulating this and testing it, you know, we always test everything internally before we even do our consumer and our lab testing, but we want to feel it. We want to know, we want to, you know, say yes to this and no to that and whatever. It was one of those products, and it was the texture of it that was so extraordinary. And you'll see it when you put it into your hand. It starts out like a creamy serum. And I don't even like to waste it by rubbing it in my hands. I like take it with my finger and I just start to put it on my skin, and it literally melts into an oil. It is the most unbelievable texture when you get this on your skin. Now, I know some people are going to think, okay, wait, I have oily skin. Can I use this? You can. This is going to help with basically, there's an ingredient in this called bakuchiol, and it mimics, or it's a natural mimicking form of a retinol. Okay. So we all know that retinol is so incredible for the skin. The only issue with retinol is it takes a while for your skin to get used to it, right? So for any of you who have used retinol, it sometimes takes 2, 4, 6 weeks to really get used to it. It can cause dryness. It can cause flaking. It can cause a lot of redness to the skin. But this, because it comes from a plant, is still delivering this beautiful version of a vitamin A to the skin. So it's really helping with that cellular turnover, with the health of the skin. And you can just feel this when you put Radiance Repair Serum on. It is repairing your skin. This has Edelweiss in it extract, which is a beautiful plant. This is giving you omega fatty acids. There's meadow seed foam oil in this. And even though I know it feels a little heavy, your skin is like transformed from this. I'm telling you. And when we started testing it, back to my story, I was kind of like, I don't know, like I wanted to test it on me because I live in such a humid environment. in a humid climate. And I am able to wear this. I mean, I wear it and I put it on in the morning and I put it on at night, because for me, it's one of those products. It's like a one-stop shop, right? So like it's enough hydration, and it may be enough hydration for you during the summertime. I'm going to talk about a moisturizer after this, but this may just be enough for you during the daytime. And this is a great opportunity when you put Radiance Repair on to take your tools, right? So your gua sha, and you basically just rub in an upward motion. I do it 8 times, and I only do that is because my facialist told me 8 times is the number to do it. There's no special reason why, but that's what she told me. And then what you start doing is you go in this motion, and then you start to pull down really gently, just a little bit of pressure. And what you're doing is you're moving the fluid, puffiness, all that salt you ate last night, all those, pints you had and wine, and you're moving it up and you're pushing it back down so that it can go into the lymphatic system and out of your body. You can also just pay attention to this area. I'm not going to get into a whole thing about lymphatic massage, but you have lymph nodes all over here. You can really go in and start to give yourself a beautiful décolleté and neck massage with Radiance Repair as a treat for yourself. And that will really help to just sort of depuff the face. Your cheekbones start to stand out again. The gua sha, if you guys don't have one of these, I'm sure you can find, I know you can find them online. You can find them probably in any sort of drugstore now. This one's really fun because it has a little curvature. You can do just your like chin area. You can do your jaw, and you can also pull up into like this area, and it'll really help to kind of lift the appearance of your brow anyhow. So that's one tool I often use. I'm just going to show you guys something else because I found it on Amazon. This is one of these great, similar to a gua sha. I don't know what you call it, but it's very similar. And you literally just very gently, you pull up, and you can go under, under, under. Again, I stress, don't pull too much under the eyes, obviously. Let's take a question for a second. Let's get into it here. Okay. Yes.
Lisa,
hi. Yes.
What would you advise for pigmentation if someone's got pigmentation quite close to the eye area? What would you say is a good product to use for that?
Yeah, great question. So with hyperpigmentation or any sort of sun damage, the number one thing you should start with is exfoliating the skin, because that is going to start you off with that clean canvas we were talking about. And the hyperpigmentation is dry, dead, pigmented skin. So even if it's near the eye, I don't know if you're talking about it, if it's in this area, I would just gently, and it doesn't have to be with a scrub. Again, this could be with a pad. This could be with our Fresh Appeal lactic acid treatment. You just want to exfoliate, and then you really want to look at ingredients such as vitamin C is really great for hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation, it's a hard nut to crack because we're outside, right? Even if the wintertime, you're still getting UV damage. So anytime that skin is getting reactivated, it's going to keep the darkness there. So I would say exfoliation, vitamin C, and also, really pay attention to covering those areas with an SPF, okay? And if you're doing all of those already and you're still having hyperpigmentation, I suggest a hat, sunglasses, glasses that are big enough that actually cover this area. I mean, think about like how the color of this area is very different than the rest of our skin. It's much thinner, right? So of course you're gonna get a little bit more hyperpigmentation, but I would tell you things like vitamin B can be very good for that. Niacinamide, which is vitamin B, that can be really wonderful for hyperpigmentation. And I'm actually going to talk about our Wake Up Call moisturizer, which has that ingredient in it. Glucosamine really helps mixed with vitamin B, which is in Wake Up Call. So that could be really wonderful for that. Let's pull out our Wake Up Call. I think you guys, it's probably in a pump like this or a little tube. So Wake Up Call was really created to be a kind of sealing off your skin for the nighttime. That being said, you could wear this during the day. It's just a little bit richer of a moisturizer, and it also has a little bit of retinol in it. So it's something that if you're going to wear in the daytime, you just want to be cognizant of that. Wake Up Call is a beautiful texture. It almost has this like plumpy kind of cushiony texture to it. And it's very, very rich. So this contains avocado oil. This has niacinamide. This has CoQ10. This has all of those, really well-known ingredients, I would say, that have been around a long time, but they're kind of the heavy hitters. They're the ingredients that are going to help with encouraging collagen and elastin production in the skin. They're going to help with the appearance of the sagginess of the skin. They're going to help with what you just asked about, the hyperpigmentation, the dark spots, the sunspots, the age spots, the things that, we start to see, as I was saying earlier, as you age, you may not be seeing it at 30 or 35 years old, but by the time maybe you're 45 or 50 or 55, you really are starting to see all of that damage that whether you meant to lay in the sun or you didn't in your 20s, just living in this world in pollution, sitting in front of screens every day, holding your phone to your face, that all causes deterioration of your skin and of the surface, and it can cause darkness. So I would say Wake Up Call is a nice option for something like sun damaged skin. Hannah, am I missing any important questions back up top? I just want to grab those.
Not at the moment. No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're hydrated. We have our treatment on. We've done our lifting. I want to talk about a few other products that you don't have in your gorgeous bag. And for some of you who joined late, if you didn't get this, you will be receiving it, and it is loaded with so many amazing goodies. You're going to be super excited. I just want to show you a few other products as we're talking about summer skin and things that can be, really useful and effective. I wanted to show you, this is a newer product for us as well. This is called Lip Therapy. And this is a beautiful plumping, hydrating lip treatment. Okay. So it literally just this has a little bit of peppermint in it, which tingles your lips and just gives you a little bit of a plump, but this is so necessary. And I feel like it's one of those products that can go, look, it's the size of my finger. It can go in a tiny purse. It can go in your gym bag. It can go whatever. I leave one by my computer. I have one by the bed. I absolutely love this product because our lips do not hydrate themselves. Like our face, we create oil. Our lips, we do not. Thus, why our lips can be so chapped, whether it's wintertime or perhaps you got too much sun, you have a little bit of a sunburn, burnt lips, dried lips, peeling lips, no fun, right? They hurt, they crack, and it takes forever for them to heal. So lip therapy is one of those products I think going into summer is an absolute must-have. A little goes a long way. This tube will last you quite a long time. And don't forget, you get that 20% off at Naturismo. So this would be a good time to maybe stock up on this. Another really helpful product that is great for summertime, it's called Mist RX. And this is our basically, it's a daily mist, okay? This will help set your makeup, but you can also use this throughout the day to just refresh yourself. So whether you're sitting at your desk and you just, want like a little whatever, you're feeling a little dry, you can just mist yourself. Again, I keep this in my beach bag. It feels great. It has probiotics in it. It has apple stem cells. It's really wonderful for the face. And it just really helps give you a little extra antioxidant protection. And again, will help hold your foundation in place if you're choosing to wear makeup on that certain day.
And in the heat wave, it's great, isn't it? If you keep it in the fridge, it's really refreshing.
Yes, absolutely. I just set my alarm so I didn't keep everyone too long. Let me just turn it off. So we have about I think 10 minutes. Okay. Thirdly, one of my favorite products in the line is our facial detox mask. Now, this is, I think, a must-have, because whether you continually break out at the same time every month, or you're someone who only breaks out, you know, when you happen to go on vacation and it's hot and it's balmy and, you know, whatever, this is one of those masks that will really help transform your skin. And also, it's one of those like SOS products that when you feel like, uh-oh, something's coming, or I have a this, or I have a that, you can just take a tiny little bit like this. I'm not going to put it on my face, but I'll show you. You literally, you should be able to see your skin through it. So you can use this all over your face, or you can spot treat with it, which is what I love about that. Because if you're someone who maybe only breaks out in certain areas, or you feel like, oh, I have something funny coming here, you can just dab this on, leave it on for 20 minutes. And what this is going to do is it's going to help, first and foremost, to really heal any sort of redness and inflammation that's going on, right? So when you're having an eruption of any sort of breakout or blemish, a lot of times that's associated with some redness, with some pain, and with some actual swelling because the pore is clogged. And this mask contains zinc oxide, which is like amazing for acne. Zinc is like such a great ingredient, not only obviously to take as a supplement, but also for your skin. So this has zinc. This is not clay. It looks clay and it feels clay, but it doesn't dry out like clay. It also has sulfur and camphor in it. And when those two ingredients work together in small doses, it really helps to pull bacteria and also calm the skin down. And sometimes when you feel a breakout coming on, the worst part of it is that like maybe no one else can see it, but you can feel it, and it can be quite painful. So this is really one of those masks that I think, again, one of these little jars, I mean, this could last you 5 months, 6 months, and you need just a tiny, tiny bit. And if you're someone who sits like on the more oily or acne prone side, you can wear this 1 to 2 times a week if you wanted to, you know, put it on for 15 minutes, whatever, do the dishes, do whatever you're going to do, and then rinse it off. And it just really helps to clear the skin, clarify the skin, pull anything that's kind of stuck. And it just gives you an even, really soft, like anti-inflammatory appearance to your skin. So I highly recommend that as well. And hands to heart. Okay. This, I believe, is also in your bag. And hands to heart was created for the tops of the hands originally. But what we found is that people love it so much, they use it all over their hands. Some people use it on their feet. It is incredibly hydrating. You can see the texture. It's very thick. And this is loaded with, again, we're seeing what Dr. G loves to formulate with, like plant-based ingredients, right, that are effective, that deliver those results. So there's avocado oil in this, there's glucosamine, there's that vitamin B I talked about, the niacinamide, there is, what am I missing? There is retinol in this. I forgot to mention the retinol. So when you think about putting retinol on the tops of your hands, as our hands age, they start to look veiny, you start to get sunspots. They start to get thinner and thinner and thinner. And they really do show the signs of aging along with our neck, which we talked about earlier, right? So this is just one of those wonderful ingredients, or one of wonderful products. This is great for gifting. This is great to have by your bedside, and you don't get greasy from it. You're just hydrated from this. I love to use this as a foot treatment also, particularly, well, I guess in summertime too, because I guess our heels can get a little dried from wearing flip-flops all the time. You can put some of this on your foot, feet, I should say, put your socks on, sleep in it, and in the morning, your feet just feel like baby soft butter. So that is hands to heart. I hope you guys enjoy that one. I think because it's 2:45, I'd like to open for any questions that anyone might have, or anything you want to share, or if you just want to share how the facial felt. I'm happy to answer any of that. And I quickly just want to remind you, and again, we'll put it in the chat, 20% off with the code Goldfaden 20 on Naturismo, which Hannah has so lovely put into the chat for you. And again, your gorgeous Jennifer Luby bag, I just want to call her out again. She's a very talented Australian painter, and she did a limited edition, gorgeous. There's this little Goldfaden zipper. And I mean, mine's dirty because it's full of my makeup, but I've also used this as a clutch. So I think it's one of those great bags to like take on vacation with you, because you can put all your makeup in it, take it, you only have to have one bag, and then you can take your makeup out, put it on the, you know, in the bathroom, and then this can be your clutch at night or when you go to the pool or what have you. But this is so you guys know, this is a beautiful painting of the iceberg pools in Bondi Beach in Australia, which is where Jennifer is from. So we love that. We love the bag. And again, this was an exclusive, a special thing for Goldfaden that, you know, we won't make again. So I'm glad that everyone gets to have one of these, because I just think they're gorgeous. Okay, so does anyone want to share anything? A thumbs up? Anything? No? I know someone's out there wanting to chat. How's my 40-some-year-old male doing? Are you okay? Are you feeling like your best self? Maybe he's gone. Oh, there he is. You're welcome. Thank you, Jordan. Well, this was fun. I hope everyone feels fresh, and I hope everyone's going out, because I know it's probably a beautiful day there and the sun is still out. And I hope everyone goes out and does something really fun tonight with your fresh face. Again, everything obviously can be found in the chat. Let's see. Body transformation and new facial transformation too. Great, Jordan, amazing. I'm so glad. And yes, when we're thinking about our face is like going to here, right? This is like our whole, this is like, what do we call it? There's a funny saying in French. It's, I mean, I don't speak French, but someone explained it to me that like, this is the little face and this is the big face. So I always think of that, do your big face. But also again, yes, of course, your body, exfoliating your body, especially during the summertime, especially, you know, if you're wearing SPF all over, or if you're, you know, maybe using fake tans and you know, want to slough all of that off, exfoliation is wonderful for that. We do have a body scrub also that's like a big version for the body of the doctor scrub. So that's really wonderful for summertime as well. Thank you. Lav said, I love Fresh Appeal, still my favorite. Yep, one of my favorites too. It's a great product. Okay, well, thanks everybody. This was so nice. Thank you to Get the Gloss. Thank you to Naturismo. Thank you to Hannah, my wonderful teammate. It was great having everybody here. And if you decide later on, or for those of you who haven't received your bag yet and you have some questions, feel free to email us at contact@Goldfaden. Maybe Hannah can pop that in the chat as well. We will make sure that your, you know, your questions get answered. I understand that sometimes people don't want to share with a whole group of other people you may not know. So if there's anything specific you'd like to know, please email us, and either myself or one of our very capable skincare experts will hopefully be able to answer your questions. And I'm wishing everyone a great evening. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all soon. Okay, bye.